your daily tarot guidance reading for Thursday, February the 15th, 2018. So even though it's no longer Valentine's Day, I'm still dedicating February to the love readings as promised. So for today's reading, I'm going to use the Lover's Path Tarot deck again. I think I used this already this month, but I'm going to use it today. So let's go ahead and tune into the energies, you guys, for Mr. King of Cups flew out. I'm going to keep shuffling. Divine Spirit, ask for highest guidance, truth, and clarity for the collective energy surrounding February the 15th, 2018. Thank you, Divine Spirit. And that all that are meant to hear this message, may it be clear, insightful, and healing. Thank you. We have sacrifice. Okay. Sacrifice, which would be the Hangman, I believe. Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. Four of Arrows, which is the Four of Swords. And the Power card, which is the Emperor. And I like how it has both King Arthur and Queen Guinevere on it. So the Emperor and Empress together. Overall energy with the Sacrifice card, I'm really not sure. I cannot remember exactly what Sacrifice is. I believe it is Hangman. Even if not, I'm going to read the energy of the card because that's what it is in the pictures, because I'm clairvoyant, so I like the visuals. I feel like overall energy, so whether this is about a relationship or not, I'm just using the Lover's Path Tarot cards itself, so it's more general. But whatever resonates with you. So I feel like, you know, there's this energy of something from your past perhaps holding you back, or there's some sort of, I'm hearing prejudgments. Prejudgments from your past, or prejudging energy in relations to your past that could be holding you back from moving forward. I feel like with the word sacrifice itself, to me, I feel like you're going to have to sacrifice that aspect of yourself because it's no longer serves you. It's totally opposite of who you are. You know, at one point, you know, maybe you had to embrace that aspect of yourself. You had to respect that aspect of you. I feel like no longer does it serve you. You know, it could be differences between people. I'm just making, because it's a symbolism to me, so I'm just using it as an example. So there's two races of people, or two ethnicities of people. One woman, she's obviously East Asian. The other may be Caucasian. Who knows exactly where he's from, but they're both of different ethnicities. And I feel like that's a symbol of differences in some sense. Maybe allowing differences to hold you back. Some of you, it could be a matter of race that you're going to have to overlook that for some of you. Maybe race has been an issue for some of you. I don't know where that's coming from other than just the imagery in the card, but I feel like it's relevant. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought it up. But it could be other things, religion, gender, beliefs, you know, whether it's a difference within yourself or difference in your surroundings or people that are relevant to you in relations to your past. And it's like having to sacrifice some of those things and not allowing it to hold you back from stepping forward. With the Ace of Wands as the challenge and obstacle energy, I feel like the challenge and the obstacle is to pick up that baton and move towards the next level. It's kind of like the Olympics. It's like you're still in the game. You're still racing to get to that finish line, you know, and it's like you've been handed the baton, you've been handed some sort of, it's like a fire has lit within you or some sort of anxious energy, but it's an energy of optimism or expectation, excitement. And it's like you've been given that, but it's like almost like you don't know what to do with it. You know, it's kind of like it's just sitting there, it's just resting there. And it could be this past energy, this past situation. It could be that you're trying to hold somebody back and pull them down to, you know, a level of where you think they should be, or you're allowing someone else to pull you down to a level of where, you know, they think you should be or who you once were. With the Three of Pentacles as your approach to the situation, sometimes things, certain foundations, even if these are traditions, things we've been raised or taught to believe, whether these are things that we had built a long time ago, put in a lot of energy, we've invested a lot of energy into, whatever the case may be, sometimes it calls for you to step away from things, whether it be permanently or temporarily. And yes, it's going to hurt for some of you to let whatever this energy is go. Or if it doesn't hurt, it's going to feel uncomfortable, kind of like a child learning to ride their bike for the first time without the training wheels. It's going to feel funny to you because it's not what you're used to. You know, you're used to a foundation where there's training wheels. Now you have to take the training wheels off. And it's like, it can hurt a little bit. Or it could be, you know, these are certain structures or people or certain environments that you've been in for such a long time, and now you're outgrowing those things, and it could feel painful. It could hurt a little bit, or you might not understand as to why something, you have to leave whatever you've created, this tower you've built, why you might have to step away from it. You know, it had its value at one point, and I feel like it no longer has its same value. You know, it's kind of like, you know, coins that are limited editions now. We can't use them anymore. They don't make them anymore. It's like it was valuable at one point. Now it really doesn't serve us. We can't use it anymore. But it's still valuable to an extent. It's still something that we can say, I've experienced that, or I've learned from that. It was valuable to me at one time. It's helped me. It's prepared me. With the Page of Cups, which is the Princess of Cups in this deck, as your focus card, I feel like Divine Spirits tell you to focus on, I feel like it's easy to, when you're stepping into something unknown, or when you're leaving something from your past behind, or an aspect of yourself behind, it's easy to shut down your heart and not really want to feel anything, or really not know what to feel or what to do to some extent. And I feel like Spirit's telling you not to shut down, you know, because your heart is your compass to an extent. It's guiding you, it's leading you. The heart chakra is one of the most important chakras, at least to me. I feel like it's connected to the truth of who you are within the heart. You can't get here, you can't get past, you can't get to your truth, you can't get to, you know, your divine insight in that connection fully, totally, until you reach this. So it's kind of like you're going to be blocked to some extent. That's just my perception, that's my belief as far as the heart chakra. Not to say that your throat chakra can't be opened unless your heart is open, but I feel like everything is truthful and honest and makes sense, and it's interconnected once your heart is open, because that's the truth of you. That's your heart. I feel like it's connected to spirit. So without that, without the heart, without that innocence, without that purity, that raw energy of feeling, even if it's feeling sorrow, if it's anger, confusion, if it's feeling in love, if it's feeling excitement, whatever it is that you're feeling, it's all valid as long as you're feeling something, because it's guiding you. Even through your sorrow, you're being guided through that energy. In your anger, it's guiding you and leading you. It's all a divine purpose, and it serves as a purpose, and it's a messenger to you. Your feelings and emotions are messages, and you really have to be in tune and pay attention to how you feel. It's very important. I don't know why Spirit is stressing that, but it's very important. Four of Swords is your focus. So focusing on, or your conclusion, sorry. So your conclusion of this energy, I feel like, is there may be a moment where you're going to have to take a step back and kind of sit with the energy. You really, it's like you have to be in the present moment, in a place of not really rest, but in a place of inactivity. You know, even though this energy's here, it's kind of like you don't know what to do with it. So it's kind of like, okay, let me take a step back and just sit with this energy. So there is a higher power that's working behind the scenes, or this could represent your higher self, the divine feminine masculine energy within yourself that's at play here. Or it could represent that balance between your divine feminine masculine energy is playing a big role in all of this. It could be an aspect of imbalance between your feminine and masculine energies within yourself. That could be the opposition within you. That energy of having to sacrifice some of that. Maybe there's too much of feminine energy going on. Maybe there's too much masculine energy, but there needs to be a balance between the two. Because once you reach that balance, the more powerful you are in your own energy, navigating through your own energy. Right now, you'll burn out very quickly by taking on that energy, even though you want to some extent, or some of you might be afraid to. You don't understand why or what this energy is that you're feeling. What's this anticipation energy, this amped energy that you're feeling? It's being present in the moment and really meditating and paying attention to how you feel. That matters. And not being afraid to step away from the comfortable side of things and the things that you've built over time and thought was going to, be substantial, and it's not anymore, if that makes sense. So, I don't know if that makes sense. That's what Spirit's saying. Sounds ludicrous to me, but that's what Spirit's saying. Alright, so this is the True Love reading cards, and I'm going to use them for the love energies for today, Thursday, February the 15th, 2018. This card really wanted to come out. So, you have resolving conflict. Kind of reminds me of the energy we just had. What did I do with that card? Did I put it back? I think I did. I hate when that happens, because I want to go back, and because sometimes it's valid to keep the cards out so I can use them as a reference, because sometimes they're still they still tie into the other readings. But resolving conflict, I feel like there needs, there may be maybe needing to find peace with someone in your life. Maybe it is a connection or relationship in the general reading that there needs to be some sort of compromising and sacrificing with that between two people. And maybe it's a matter of we really just can't get along, and it's just not going to work. I'm going to have to, say goodbye to this. You can only do so much. And it might not be saying goodbye to a person per se forever. It could be temporarily, but there's a need to kind of step away sometimes, and you need that to find your clarity. If you and a person, whoever it is, whether it be your bestest friend, whether it be your lover, whoever, your family member, sometimes you need those separations and those breaks from each other to get really clear on what's going on within you or what's going on with the situation, to see it from a different perspective. When you're up too close, you can't see the bigger picture. So for some of you, that might be what's needed. Loving from afar, loving from a distance. Some connections, it doesn't really serve you. And for some of you could feel sorry for somebody. Maybe people feel sorry for you, or, it's an energy of extending yourself to others where you don't have it to give to yourself. So the love card comes out in your challenge position. So with that, I feel like your challenge is really reflecting and meditating and sitting with your own self and loving yourself, not to say that you don't love yourself or you don't care about yourself or you lack self-esteem. It's more so about giving that love back to you and nurturing yourself in the way that you should be, because it seems to me that for some of you, you're giving too much of your energy to other people, and it's the energy that you really need to give to yourself, because this person is still sad. He's still stuck in his feelings. He's still going through his own dealings. So it's like you can only do so much. You know, sometimes people do need that space to themselves to figure out how to deal with their own energy, their own matters of the heart. And sometimes when we are all up in everybody's business and we're trying to solve everybody else's problems, it's because we don't want to face our own sometimes. And I feel like Spirit is telling you it's really your time to do that. And I feel like this is something that you really don't, it's something about it you really don't want to face or you don't want to deal with right now. Okay. So as far as your approach to the situation, you have distorted masculine. So this is an imbalance with your masculine energy within yourself, or it could be an imbalance between another masculine energy in your life where there's conflict. You know, this person may be going through their own thing, dealing with themselves and trying to figure out where their place is. Maybe, you know, there's some false perception, some false, you know, not really being authentic and real with you or being authentic with themselves. Or if this is your own energy, there's an aspect of masculine energy that's very warped. It's not a balanced energy. Someone needs to come to the light of that and seek truth of really what this imbalance is within themselves. So it could be, you know, the masculine energy within you needs more nurturing for some of you. Because your focus is the divine masculine. So these are two separate two opposite energies. Masculine energies are different sides of masculine energy. One is distorted and one is divine. So your focus is needing, I feel like, to find that balance within yourself. Maybe you need to make peace with the way that you see men out there or how you see yourself as a man, because there could be a distorted perception of what a man is supposed to be, what he's supposed to do. Me as a man, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to, how am I supposed to project myself? How am I supposed to lead my life? But when you really focus on the divine aspect of what a masculine energy is, we all have it within us. But as maybe a man in your life, or maybe as a man yourself, it's like you have to see a different aspect of you. And it's the inner strength that is you. Not so much what the world says you have to be and have to do, or what a man should be doing or shouldn't be doing. It's like challenging those beliefs on both ends. Whether you're not a male or you are a male, it's challenging for the both sides of it. Intimacy comes up. So again, in order to really click with your partner or click with someone in the future, you are going to have to balance out that masculine energy, I feel, or make peace with how you see it. Some of you may only see men as good for this, or men are only good for that. Maybe it could be, this could also resonate as a feminine energy aspect. Maybe some of you have distorted perception of what I should be as a woman, or what women should be doing, or what they should look like, how they should be, how they should carry themselves. Some of that is separating people. Or maybe you're outgrowing those ideals and those beliefs, or those perceptions, or those traditions of what society says, or what you were raised to believe, or what someone else, did to you that shaped your experience. From now on, now you look at all men or women in this lens. But, I feel, again, there's this energy of masculine and feminine energies finding balance, and it goes back to emotions. Again, it goes back to how you feel, and really paying attention to your feelings, regardless of what they are, good or bad, it doesn't matter. They're all valid. And I feel like the closer you'll be to yourself, and it goes back to the Emperor card that was at the bottom of the deck and the other spread with with the masculine and feminine energies there. Even it's the Emperor, or even though it's the Emperor's energy, I feel like it's, again, the masculine energy has to find balance within itself in order to be in harmony and sync with the feminine energy within. Could also be within your partnerships and relationships with people that are different from you, whether they are male or female, or whether they're different age, gender, you know, something different about them, being able to coexist together in a harmonious place. So I don't know if that makes sense. This doesn't make sense to me, but I hope it makes sense to somebody out there. Alright, so we're going to do the pick a card reading with the Romance Angels. So as always, 3 cards. Whatever's on your mind and on your heart, you can meditate on it. Maybe you have more than one number in mind that sticks out to you. So I'm going to give you a moment to meditate, and I'm going to ask Divine Spirit to tap into the energy of each and every one of the viewers who's meant to hear this message, what's on their mind and on their heart, whatever it is that they're seeking. Divine Spirit, that you answer accurately, clearly, and insightfully, also with healing and in love. Thank you. Ooh. These cards like, no, we don't want to go back. We don't want to go back. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to split the cards into 3. Divine Spirit, I ask that you answer them accurately. Thank you. Okay, so show you I'm not bullshitting. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's a little heavy. So, okay. My iPad is heavy. Okay. So, I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so card 1, 2, 3. So, Divine Spirit, please reveal card 1. Okay, you have chemistry with keep an open mind. So you have the chemistry card, and obviously it says there's a strong magnetic attraction. So there's, you know, obviously attraction, or there's some sort of cause and effect energy in a situation or relationship. With keep an open mind, it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. So you guys might find that you're attracted to someone that's not your usual go-to type of person. And this person could be, you know, something good for you or someone good for you. They're not that typical man or woman that you would usually go for, but nonetheless, there's still an attraction. There's still this pull towards each other, and I feel like it's a mutual attraction. It could also be in an unlikely space that this attraction comes from. It may not necessarily be that this person isn't your type. It could be an unlikely type of attraction. Maybe this person reminds you of someone that you've met before, or they look familiar. But nonetheless, there's something strong here. Okay, so that's card 3, or card 1, sorry. Card 2, reveal, Divine Spirit. You have calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together with codependency. And it says addictions are affecting your love life. So some of you could be too proud to beg. I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing. So some of you guys could be too proud to extend yourself or to tell Spirit what it is that you're really looking for and asking for. Some of you guys are so stone cold and stiff that you're not allowing what it is that you're asking for to come in. Others of you are dead set and stuck in your ways, so much so that you can't realize something's in front of you. Maybe there's a good thing in front of you, or maybe your blessings are coming. Maybe what you've been asking for in your relationships or in love period is coming and you're not aware of it, or maybe it's already right in front of you and you're kind of missing the point. For others of you, you know, you're stuck on something specifically and you're codependent upon how something should come, who it should be, what it should look like. Therefore, you're not allowing Spirit to send you, you know, what it is that you really, really want. Because sometimes we know there's different aspects of us that desire different things for different reasons, whether it's programming, traditional things that we think we should want, whether it's coming from a place of our authentic heart's desires, or if it's coming from a place of desperation, out of fear, you know. So Spirit's telling you to know what you want and state what you want, Be assertive, but at the same time, be open to that what you want, but also something much better possibly too. Okay, so for card 3, reveal. So you have unrequited love and deception. Okay, so I feel like with this card, it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So for some of you, it could be that this person isn't interested. Maybe there is someone involved in this situation. Maybe there's a third party situation. It could also be that people are, you know, disguising and trying to keep up a front that they're not interested, you know. Maybe someone is keeping up a good front to where you don't really know whether this person is interested, or maybe you're doing this and pretending, or maybe it's both ways. Maybe two people are pretending they're not interested in one another. For others of you, it's kind of like being discerning of someone's intentions. Be very mindful and make sure that this person is really, truly what you're looking for. If the chemistry is right or is it off? Is your discernment going off? Is your intuition telling you to pay attention to something that maybe isn't right? Or, you know, maybe Spirit's telling you to let down your guard and stop protecting yourself and putting up, you know, this false mask, you know, trying to protect yourself, lying to yourself, you know, whatever it is. So, and then you have give your relationship a chance. So some of you might need to check yourself and see if you really want to give whatever this is a shot or not, if it's even worth giving it a shot, or for some of you it is. So it's all up to your interpretation. Much love to you guys as always. I thank you so much for watching. Until the next reading.